quick rant here. I was going to a doctor's appointment over in Hoo, and I had to be there by 9:15 in the morning, and so my obvious route is to head down towards like the Medway Tunnel, and this is sort of like the route that will be taking. Here I am entering James Street, and yeah, a couple of weeks later, yeah, I get a letter with a parking fine through saying I was driving through a pedestrian zone. Now this is a two-way street, so I'm looking for a pedestrian zone. Okay, it says that. Yeah, I get that. I see that. If you saw that sign there, between 8:15 and 9 a.m, and that's because there's a school down here. Yeah, way down here. There's another school backwards. On the drive back, I'll show you that school there, and I don't think there's them signs there. There's just no waiting signs. But I had no idea that you could actually like not drive through here between 8:30, I think it is, and 9 o'clock. Okay, it's Burnt Oak Primary School, and yeah, I mean, you got all these umps down on the road here, so you're never going to reach out at like any sort of like breakneck speeds. And then this is where the pedestrian zone ends. Okay, but I wasn't actually looking out for these signs because I had no idea that this was in force. So I just drove down here, obviously, like I'm trying to get to the doctor's for 9:15 in the morning. And like I say, you know, we're doing, you know, what's the speed we're doing here? We're doing, lucky if we're doing 10 mile an hour. So if any young child was to run out, we're easily going to be able to stop and all that. And I get that, you know, I get that we don't want like to be running over children and all that, like, but hey, this is not, as I'm aware, a full-on rolled out scheme. It seems to be only in little situations and all that, like, so I'm kind of guessing, why is it not for every school? I mean, I think that the reason being is because Medway Council believe that this is like a popular road, so this is their best chance of making money out of unsuspecting people. I mean, in the letter I got back on when I appealed the decision, the lady said, you know, it was clearly on, like, you know, the Medway Council's website and this, that and the other. Well, come on, who actually reads the Medway Council website? Who actually makes that a thing? Now, yeah, I'm kind of seeing signage and all that, and that's fine, but that means I've really got to take my eye off the road to actually see that. So I have no idea. I mean, eventually I got my appeal letter back today, and she explained it, and I sent her back, like, you know, an email stating my disgust about it. And I paid the 35 quid. I didn't want to pay 35 quid, but I paid it because it's just going to go up to 70 quid, and you'll go to court and all that, like, and I just can't be arsed with doing all that and shit. So we're coming up to another place here, and signs. There's no signage whatsoever, apart from in the distance there to my left there, you can see like, yeah, there's a school, right? Okay, and it looks like there's a level crossing. It's a sign for a level crossing, but there's a school on the right hand side. There's no level crossing. There's nothing like that. There's no signage to say that you cannot park there whatsoever. So this is not adequately signed, as she put it in her letter to response in my appeal. So all in all, I think this is just the council's way of making money. You know, what's up with a good old lollipop lady and all that? Oh, I know what that is. That's because they're phasing them all out, and because they don't want to pay their money and all that, like, you know. And by the way, this is the beautiful city of Gillingham, you know, run by the Labour Medway Council. They've done wonders for it, and you know, they've really improved it since they've been in power. I mean, but you know, let's give them credit. They've only had 18 months and all that, like, and then obviously, you know, their answer is that like the Conservative government completely destroyed everything, and they're playing catch up and all that. Well, to me, that's a load of old fanny. It needs someone in there that actually, like, you know, that actually says what they're going to do. I'm not saying who to vote for. Probably like the Monster Raving Loony Party would do a better job than this shower of shite. So yeah, that's really going to be it. But that's Gillingham in a nutshell, and all this, that, and the other. It's the only school I know of. Although some lady did tell me that in White Road, Chatham, there is one of these things in Chatham. But once again, that's because that's a busy area and all that. Like, you got lots of interconnecting roads in that lovely estate, and you know, so and the schools. And yes, let's all agree that the safety of the children is paramount. But driving down Richmond Road and all that, like I say, it's full of speed humps. You're doing 10 mile an hour tops all the way down there and all that, like, it's utterly ridiculous. So I'm coming up Canterbury Street in Gillingham now. On my left there now, like a block of flats where like the best music venue in Gillingham used to be. Yeah, I decided to shut that and put some shitty flats there and all that. I love Gillingham. There's only one good thing about Gillingham, Medway Hospital, and the people that helped me out when I was quite poorly, and they're still helping me out with a few issues and all that. Like, so many thanks to them. But yeah, I'm not going to continue with the video. Like, and that's another pub gone. Forget what that was called now. But yeah, it's another little nicer shop and all that, or whatever and all that, just because you need another one, don't you? But yeah, anyway, that's my rant over and all that, like, so enjoy your Sunday. I'm pretty pissed off and all that, like, I'll just give Medway Council 35 quid for the sake of driving down a two-way fucking street and all that, like, you know, trying to get a doctor's, and some prick in an office like sits there and says, oh no, we're not going to take that as an appeal and all that, it's adequately signed. Well, if everyone agrees that that's adequately signed, then I'm in the wrong, and then I apologise for that. But to me, that signage is poor. Okay, goodbye all.